On Sunday, September 8th, 21-year-old Nikki Saintville was discovered with a gunshot wound below the torso in Pigeon Point. Despite being rushed to OKEU Hospital, Saintville was pronounced dead the following day at the Owen King European Union Hospital. According to reports, a group of people were gathered at the scene when a firearm discharged. Shanti Sayers, a local tour guide, arrived at her workplace the next day to find herself and her colleagues cleaning up blood stains from the previous night's incident. Unaware of the homicide that had occurred, Sayers described the scene as distressing, particularly given that she was preparing to host a group of visitors.
Honestly, could have hurt some of our tourists for sure. Could keep them away and could ruin our business of income, but pollution's a little stubborn, so.
In response to the rising violence, concerned citizen and EMT technician Terrell Compton voiced his concerns about the broader implications of gun violence. Compton highlighted the impact on affected communities and emphasized the need for improved CPR training among the public.
We too, as individuals, must keep in mind that our actions sometimes affect our family members, our kids, and put us in a position that we don't necessarily want to be. So the question is, how are we going to change that? How are we going to realize what we are doing is wrong and we shouldn't do it, if that is the case? But how are we as a people going to help the new generation coming up not succumb or be part and parcel of what's happening right now in society with young people?
Compton stressed the importance of community cooperation and better preparedness.
Do we know CPR as a nation? Do we preach it? Do we encourage it? Do we see it in our schools, in our workplaces, in every public bank? Is everybody trained? We heard of 9/11, and that's when the worded first responders came to light. It was a highlight because in the US, those of you who know New York, Manhattan, many restaurants, the law is you must be trained. So you had a lot of people who were trained that could come out and help people, and that's where the first responders name actually grew.
St. Lucia's 2024 homicide count has now risen to 59 following the death of Saintville, underscoring the urgent need for effective strategies to combat gun violence in the community. Kayla Edwin, NBC Prime.